All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into the legacy of Robin Gibb.
Yeah,
Obviously, everybody knows him as one of the Bee Gees.
right.
But, we're going to be talking about him beyond that. We'll be looking at his solo career,
Yeah.
the tributes to him after he died, and, just how he's influenced music today.
Yeah, it's really quite amazing how his music just, continues to resonate even now, so many years after his passing.
It really is.
I mean, the Bee Gees' music, it's not just like a nostalgia thing.
Right.
It's still a part of contemporary music.
It really is.
You hear it everywhere,
Right.
Like samples in hip hop to people covering their songs in like completely different genres.
It's wild. It really is.
Yeah.
And it's like, their sound is just like ingrained in our musical DNA.
Yeah, yeah.
But, what I find interesting is that he really thrived outside of the Bee Gees too.
Oh, for sure.
Like with his solo work,
Yeah,
it had a different flavor for sure.
absolutely.
Like Juliet.
Oh, yeah.
Such a good song.
But like, it's not your typical love song.
No.
It's got this almost operatic feel to it.
Yeah.
The soaring choruses, the dramatic synth lines.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And that operatic element wasn't just, a phase for him. Like
Mhm.
later on, he collaborated with his son, Robin John.
Oh, yeah.
And on these projects that really kind of pushed boundaries.
Yeah.
They were blending genres and experimenting with like orchestral arrangements and things.
So interesting. So he never really stopped, exploring new sounds.
No, absolutely not.
And speaking of lasting impact,
Yeah.
the tributes that came pouring in after he died were just incredible.
They were very moving. I mean, it was a testament to, I think, how much he was respected in the industry
Yeah.
and how much his music meant to people.
It was more than just nostalgia.
Yes, exactly. It was like recognizing,
Yeah.
his contribution to music.
Yeah.
Like that documentary, How Can You Mend a Broken Heart, for instance.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't just a, band biopic.
It gave you some real insight into their creative process.
It did.
And how Robin's vision really kind of shaped their sound.
That was a fascinating documentary.
Yeah.
And I was struck by, the way they talked about the evolution of their harmonies.
Oh, yeah.
And like Robin's voice with that high tenor and vibrato.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't just melodically beautiful.
Right.
It added this like ethereal quality to their three-part harmonies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
His vibrato wasn't just a technical flourish. It was
Yeah.
like infused with emotion.
Yeah.
And you can hear that influence, in singers today,
Of
like
course.
Bruno Mars.
Oh, for sure.
He's clearly studied Robin's ability to convey raw emotion
Yeah.
through these little vocal nuances.
I think that's what makes his music so timeless.
Yeah.
It's that blend of like technical skill and raw emotion.
Yeah, I agree. And, speaking of timeless, I think it's amazing how the Bee Gees were able to reinvent themselves over and over again.
I know, it's crazy.
Through all of these different musical eras.
It's remarkable.
From, the ballads of the 60s to the disco explosion of the 70s and beyond.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and it really is a testament to their ability to adapt
Uh-huh.
and to constantly evolve as artists.
Yeah, and Robin, even in his last years, he was still pushing boundaries musically.
Oh, yeah.
Like with Titanic Requiem.
Right.
I mean, that was something else.
Absolutely.
He combined his love of orchestral music with his pop sensibilities.
Yeah.
And it created something truly unique.
Yeah, you're right. It shows that his vision extended far beyond just the pop realm.
It really does.
Yeah.
And when you think about his journey,
Yeah.
from these humble beginnings on the Isle of Man
Right.
to global stardom,
Yeah.
it's a powerful story.
It is.
It's about the transformative power of music
Mhm.
and family.
Absolutely. His legacy isn't just about the past either.
No.
It's about the future too.
It is.
I think artists will continue to be inspired by his vocal techniques,
Totally.
his songwriting, and his willingness to push boundaries.
Yeah. So as we wrap up, I want to encourage everyone listening to think about how Robin Gibb's music has touched you.
Yeah.
What stands out to you about his artistry?
Good question.
And, take some time to explore his solo work,
Yeah.
delve deeper into the Bee Gees' catalog,
Mhm.
and just see how this musical giant continues to shape the soundscape that we know and love.
Yeah, I think that's a great place to leave it.
Right, thanks for joining me on this deep dive
It was a pleasure.
into the legacy of Robin Gibb.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next time.
Sounds good.